Let's go to pain. Today I'm going to talk to y'all about trying to change the way that we view mental disorders and what exactly a mental disorder is and why it's so bad, why we view it so bad as normal people whenever 1 out of 5 people actually suffer from this. But to start it all out, I'll give y'all a question. Why do we see mental disorders as such a bad thing as a population? I want y'all to hold on to this question as I go on through my speech. Life's very hard for anybody, with work, school, for me in my case, just the daily stresses, the daily hassles of going through life and making sure that you're able to provide food for your family, provide food for yourself, make ends meet. But when you throw a mental disorder on top of that, it pretty much shuts a person down. There is no time when it's gonna hit. It could be from depression all the way to just PTSD, but they should all be respected. But as a population, we see it as a very troublesome thing. I'm currently a psychology major at my local college, and along with some research I've done on the internet to help me be able to provide y'all the best possible view of this, I'm going to be telling y'all what exactly a mental disorder is, and also the negative stigma that we hold over mental disorders, and how we can change that stigma and the ways that it can change the mental disorder world for those that are suffering in it. So, the American Psychiatric Association, or APA for short, classified a mental disorder as a health condition that affects your emotions, your thinking, or your behavior, such as depression. Depression affects directly your mood, your behavior, for instance, or your emotions and behavior. It can make you, in certain cases, make you shut down and become a recluse because you don't want to burden other people with your problems. And a quote by the famous Eminem, he says, "Before you judge somebody, walk a mile in their shoes." That has many meanings, but in this instance, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of somebody with a mental disorder, whether it be depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, PTSD, a phobia, for instance. It doesn't matter what you put yourself in, but it's hard to visualize what exactly they go through if you don't understand it. So the stigma that we have over it it's not a sickness, but it's a menace. They're hard to deal with. They're a problem for us. They should all be locked away on their own time, all by themselves. We don't want to help them. We don't provide them with care. And personally, the way I think about it is, and why this stigma is there, is because as humans, we're just afraid of what we don't understand. It's really hard to understand a mental disorder if you don't suffer from one, or you're too scared to admit that you got one, and this hits too close to home for you where you view somebody with another one. But ways that we can actually fix this is whenever maybe there's a lecture that you can attend that's covering mental disorders, or just an event that's covering mental disorders, or you can just do your own research. For instance, I did a little research myself. If you go to, all I typed in was how to understand mental disorders better, and the first thing that popped up was a list posted by westbridge.org that gives you a whole rundown of what it is. And one of the key points that I saw is that 1 in 5 people suffer from mental disorders. So why is it viewed so badly? I want y'all to keep thinking about that question. My third point is what can happen if we just change what we do, just the slight ways of thinking about mental disorders. By just supporting somebody with a mental disorder, you can get them comfortable and you can encourage them to go and seek the help they desire. That many in their lives that have a mental disorder will not go seek and will never be diagnosed and will never get the help they need. But it can also bleed into other aspects of their life, whether it be with the worldly problem of racism, sexism, you name it. If it has something to do with shaming somebody, then this can help you in the long run. Just learning about what you can do to fix that problem. So to wrap it all up, we've talked about what a mental disorder is, the stigma that's being held over mental disorders, ways that we can fix it by learning or attending a lecture, and what can come out of just participating and encouraging people affected by mental disorders into going and getting the help they need. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this quote. It only takes one spark to start a wildfire. So be that spark for somebody that cannot do it by themselves. Life's hard. It's even harder with a mental disorder, and everybody needs a little help every now and then.